Welcome to this brief CD2 Learning Platform demo. We will start here on the login page. So all of our sites have multiple points of entry. We do brand the login page per client. So our platform is a white labeled solution, and we take pride in matching your coloring, your logo, your look and feel. And most clients then point to this point of entry either via a button on your main website or a preferred method. So once I log into the site, I am in here as both a learner and an admin. So we will just take some time to go across the tabs here at the top to overview the functionality. So starting here on the dashboard, I default to my view as a learner. So our dashboards are made up of these widgets, which can be configured as needed. We have several of them turned on in this site just for demo purposes, but a learner would see the courses they are enrolled in here on the left. You have notifications that can be posted to My Learners group, and those notifications are specific to that group. So right now I am in the CD2 sales group. I can change my group if I'm part of multiple groups. And those notifications, like I said, can be specific to your particular group. They're not site-wide. I can also see here, moving down, the certifications that my user is trying to complete. I can switch between certifications, and I am presented a quick snapshot of where I'm at and what I need to do to complete those tracks or certifications. This is a resource widget that brings to the forefront the top categories that I want my users to have access to with the click of a button. And I will go further into where these resources are, but just know that this dashboard widget brings that front and center when you first log in. And then finally down here to the left, bottom left, I can see the badges that my user has earned, and then any upcoming live trainings or classes that I am a part of. So we do treat online courses the same as live courses, and both can be blended together into a certification track. So this dashboard gives you quite the idea of just an overview of what is in the site. Now, if I were an admin of this group, which I am, I also have this management dashboard to do things, see who's locked out, how many total users I'm overseeing, any available seats in the courses I'm facilitating, etc. So moving along the top here, these are the courses that my user is currently enrolled in and taking. You can see that I have 2 live classes or live trainings and a couple online courses. So before I move on to the resource library, I would like to take a second to launch an actual course, and this will give you an idea how our courses are set up. So on the left-hand side, you can see the steps that are associated with the course, and every step has certain learning activities that we plot out. Those learning activities can be lessons, they can be interactive activities to reinforce the lesson, there can be collaborations, so you have to share your thoughts and ideas on the topic. It can be reviewing single assets like PDFs, videos, documents, and assessments. So all of these you can jump into and experience as a learner. These are some client examples that we've done in the past. Okay, so here I have the different pages that make up the lesson. The menu can be expanded if I'm on a smaller device like a tablet. If I'm on a desktop, like as I'm sizing this here, you can see that it's responsive. This menu can be hidden or expanded, and then you navigate through the different pages of the course. So this is custom content that we developed for this specific client. It's highly interactive. You're required to click through the different interactive pieces in order to consume all of the content, and it just walks you through bit by bit what the client wanted the users or end users to learn. So this gives you kind of a feel for our courses. You can click up here in the top left to return back to the learning activities of this course. If I really like this particular page, I can bookmark this page. I can also add notes or journal entries, which are 100% private to the user. No manager or admin can see these notes. They are 100% private to the user. Okay, so that was the course view. We are going to hop over next to the library. And this is a public repository of your organization's main assets. These are the main files that you want your end users to have daily access to. You can version these, and you want to make sure that everyone has the most recent version, the official version. They can be PDFs, videos, audio files, even assessments from the system itself, images, etc. So because I am also an admin of this site, I can manage this content and start curating the different pieces of content until I feel they are ready to be published to this public library. Those can be queued up for approval if someone needs to review them. And then I can also tag these pieces of content with categories. So that allows a user to search on a category, and I can also kind of curate the search by managing keywords. And this helps to bring the most relevant content front and center to the learner. Moving along, the collaborations that we have within our site can be posted both to the group that the user is a part of or the classes that they are taking. So this is important because different subsets of users can benefit from each other's collaboration, whether they're in a group or if there's a cohort of users going through a specific course together, they can collaborate on the class thread. And lastly, reports. This is the last tab that a learner, user, or end user has access to. So you can see my reports as a learner, the different courses I've been a part of, and reports tied to those different courses. I can see my transcripts. So all of the courses I've taken, I can print this report and show the start and end date and my status of all of my trainings. And then also the certification tracks I'm a part of. It looks like I'm enrolled in 2 different certification pathways. This one, it looks like I have completed, and I'm able to download the certificate for my own uses, my own records, but they will always be here as well as an active user through my login. Okay, because I am an admin of this site, I also have access to class reports, and this is a great way to just keep tabs on all the training that's occurring. I can see the average time spent in each course, who's completed it, who's started it, how many people are total in it. If I dive deeper into it, I can actually pull up their names, and I can even dive deeper still by clicking on their names and seeing the ins and outs of their progress, why they're stuck at 54%, if they need help, what assessments still need to be completed, what scores they got on those assessments, etc. Everything can be printed either to a PDF or directly to paper and exported to Excel. We do have a myriad of custom reports, so there's not enough time to go through all of them, but we do have out-of-the-box reporting around the different groups in your site, the site as a whole, your assessments in the site, transcript reports, as well as anonymous survey reports. So if I were to hop into site reports, for example, then there are a number of different site reports. Again, this is all out of the box. So users that have been archived on my site, back office roles, content creation activity, the different types of content that are housed in my site, the keyword audit report, the different library content audit. So what is all making up the library of content that I've published to the users. This is a great way to see what is out there and what may still need to be created and curated for your users. This is a report builder, so if there are custom reports that are needed based on your use case, we release new reports every 2 weeks, just from feedback from clients and new things that our developer team is creating every 2 weeks as part of our release. Okay, the last two tabs here on the right are Manage and Authoring, and these are specific to my user as an admin of this site. We do have a universal search. I can manage users across the site. I can create classes based off of different courses that I've authored. I can manage groups, create groups, edit groups, delete groups. The certification builder allows you to group classes together as requirements towards a certification. We do have a communication feature. Besides the dashboard notifications, we also have a send emails functionality that allows you to quickly email the entire site, a group in the site, or a specific cohort of learners in a class. We do have email triggers, as well as reports on those emails, which ones have bounced, who's opened them, etc. We have an attendance page for tracking attendance to live trainings and classes. So basically checking the name off of a roster, and that can also be, attendance can be, part of the certification track. Your certification is contingent on attending 1, 2, 3, or 4 live events. And then the gamification center is where we set up the badges, and you can configure them with custom images to reinforce your brand or the experience. And then you can also set up different parameters for how those badges are divvied out, whether it's automated or if you want to manually award them as well, you can do that. So that is the Manage tab. We don't have time to hop into each one of those features. A lot of them are self-explanatory, and it is essential LMS functionality that you would expect to be able to do. Under the Authoring tab, we do support SCORM, so your legacy content and third-party content that is in the SCORM format can be uploaded as an existing lesson type, and I will show you how that gets imported into our course builder. So a course in our system can be made up of lessons, which you've seen. They're almost like a sophisticated PowerPoint where you're clicking through the different pages of content, consuming interactive drag and drops, videos, etc. But all of the magic does happen here under the course builder. So let me hop into the course that you actually saw as a learner. And it is very easy to quickly create these courses for distribution. So over here on the left, I have steps set up. And if I click into the step, the learning activities appear. So remember, this first lesson or activity was a lesson that we clicked through. There was a drag and drop game or activity, etc. So if I wanted to add to this course, I can bring in any one of these particular learning activities, whether it be download a file or upload a file, view content, whether it's a video, PDF, etc. I can build an assessment right here as a final part of this step. I can bring in an existing lesson like a SCORM file, or I can upload the SCORM directly here if I'm building on the fly. So let's pull in a view content activity just as for sake of example. You can change the activity name, give the learner some more description. You can change the button that they click on, so the call to action can be customized per activity. I can add further instructions, which are optional. I can make this activity required or not. I can even add a thumbnail to, again, reinforce the brand or the specific particularities of this course if you want it to stand out from your other courses. And the content itself can be uploaded directly from my computer. I can embed social media links that we support, which are just any URL, YouTube links, Facebook links, Twitter, Vimeo, and these do get brought in as pieces of content to your site. So you're not having to send people out or even requiring them to log into these social media accounts. If it's a post or a video, that gets brought in as content. It's out there in the public, it can be brought in here, and it's used in your library. And then obviously I can pull in existing content from my current library of resources that I've been curating and uploading. So this very briefly gives you an idea of the powerful authoring tools. Basically, the experience that you want to craft is endless. You can have multiple steps, fewer steps with more activities. It's very linear. It's very clear for the learner what needs to be done. These steps can be locked. So if you want them to finish it 1, 2, 3 in order, that is also possible. They can even be unlocked at a specific date. So 30 days after logging in, make sure they come back in and finish another step. It's highly customizable based on your requirements. And that really ends our brief demo of the overview. This is, again, just skimming the surface of the functionality. It should give you a general overview of what is possible, and we look forward to a deeper dive later down the road as you determine your requirements.